Hello everyone, so let's talk about Flatten nested list iterator. So you are given a nested list of integer nested list. Each element is either an integer or a list whose element may be also integer or another list. So we have to implement the nested iterator class, and inside a class we have several functions the method need to implement, which is the constructor, right? And also some method which is next and also has next. And if you see here, we use the implement, which is the interface. Then we can also use the helper function. I mean the function that is built inside the iterator integer interface. So it's either is integer or get integer or get list. So at first, since we are going to iterator this list, right? We can actually just say private iterator, and since it's integer, right? So we just put integer, and then I'm gonna call it. So what will I do? I will just traverse. So I have to traverse the nested list. So I'm going to call void traverse, and what should I pass? Okay, I will pass it later. But basically, I will just return it.next and return it.hasNext. That will give you my idea for the hasNext and next. So in.next is actually using the iterator classes method, so I don't have to take care of that. So I just need to write this constructor and then traverse function. So when you want to loop through the nested list, right? You should create a list, and I'm going to call integer list equal to new linked list. And hold on, give me one sec. Linked list. And what would I do is I traverse every single element inside the nested integer. I'm going to call no and going to traverse the nested list, right? So I would say traverse no with my list. So I'm going to call why I have to do it. Give me one more second. Nested integer no and list integer list. Okay, I'm going to add every single node which is nested integer. I'm going to add every integer into my list, and I will just return. Sorry, I don't have to return. Sorry, I will just when I get the list, I will just I will just traverse list.iterator to my it, right? That is how you build the iterator from the list of integer, right? So I would say list.integer, and then I would say list.it equal to list.integer. And the point is how you actually traverse. So I'm going to say if no is integer. So here's it. Is integer is the method that is inside the implement interface, right? So it's integer. So if no is integer, right? So I'm going to add into my list. So I'm going to call it no, but I should say get integer, right? Integer. Then I just return. If the node is not an integer, I need to I don't have to take care of it. But it could have a child, right? It could have the sub list inside the list. So I'm gonna call nested integer. I'm gonna call child. If I can get the list, the sub list inside list nested integer, then I will just traverse this child and then list into my list. And that is the idea, and then let me run it. Okay, I do have a problem, which I spelled it wrong, right? Integer. And yeah. So for my concern, I would say the time and space complexity will be all of n for both. So you need to add every single element into the integer iterator integer. And how how do you add it? You traverse, right? So that will cost all of n for space, all of n for time, and this will cost you all of 1 for sure. Like you just use the library method, that will cost all of 1, but general that will cost all of n for the time and space, and that would be a solution. And I hope you get it. And it's a little bit tricky because there's a nested list inside of this. I mean, for this case, you need to return 146 instead of 1 comma nested list, something like this, right? So just making sure if you have the sub list inside the list, you need to keep traversing the sub list, and that would be a solution. And I hope you get it, and peace out. If you like the video, please like it, and anything you want to comment, just comment below. All right, peace.